I don't know how or why this is doing all that. Okay. I don't know what's wrong with this camera, but this is October. Hold on. Okay, it's October. I mean October. It's December 4th, 2022. 8 days before my daughter's birthday, and 21 days before Christmas. 27 days before 28 days before New Year. And I'm still in my same predicament that I've been in for the last 2 and some change years. So I've been sitting here watching some shows and on TV, which is this the first day that I've had doing this in a while. I mean, in a good while. I don't even remember the last time, actually, where I just was able to relax, have a day of relaxing. Um, so I have several thoughts. Okay, first of all, yesterday, I keep thinking about energy and how it plays into our relationships and stuff. And well, yeah, because I wanna say those of us who recognize that or who subscribe to that, but I feel like regardless of whether you recognize it or not, it still plays a part. Some people just not aware of it or just don't care or whatever. I care a whole lot about the energy between myself and those that I have relationships with. Um, but one thing that's for sure is that energy don't lie. I think that a lot of times we can misconstrue people's energy, but energy does not lie, y'all. Yesterday, and it's such a minor, insignificant thing, but at the same time, it was on my mind for a lot of the day afterwards. So it was just weird. And it made me think about how important energy is because that energy you can fake a whole lot of stuff, but you cannot fake energy. You can, but see the way that people get by with fakery is because a large percentage of people don't recognize it. They don't read, they don't comprehend energy. They're not able to perceive it. So it makes it easier for people to get by until you come across somebody who's like an imp or something, or somebody who's just aware, energy conscious or something. I don't know what you want to call it, but I recognize energies more than anything else. You can talk all day, or you can do backwards flips and everything, and if your energy don't get my attention, I'm probably not even gonna notice. But it's something about energy, y'all, that's just weird. So yesterday I was at a bus stop. I went to a bus stop where this guy was there. He was a homeless guy, supposedly, y'all. But as soon as I walked up, there was something strange about his energy that was not strange, like, okay. As soon as I walked up, and I experienced this similar thing a lot where people energy is not matching what they're saying or something like that. Like the energy is not matching their words or their picture that they put in or something like that. That happens often because people often are not being genuine. But this particular instant, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I'm gonna tell the truth. I smelled money, and so when I looked, I was really a bit confused because he was supposed to be homeless, I think. Or but then you know what? I'm saying that because there's a large homeless population here where I am in Raleigh, North Carolina, and the way he was dressed. I don't know if that was perception of what he was trying to put forward or not. But my antennas tell me that that is uh the picture that he was trying to put forward. So there's that. Let me see if I can make this clearer, more my camera more better. Okay. So I was confused because as soon as I walked up, he was sitting there, he had food, I think that he had got, like McDonald's food or whatever. And I asked him for a light or something. But y'all, this is the thing, and I know y'all, anybody who don't understand gonna be thinking she's really tripping, which most people think that anyway, especially if they don't perceive it or overstand or whatever, but it don't really matter because this ain't for them anyway. This is for me, and this is for whoever has the ability to overstand. So as soon as I got in his presence, y'all, there was an air of he had a very strong presence, energetic presence. His presence was very it made me want to sit up straighter, or it makes you take notice. I swear, I'm not kidding. And not it. What he didn't say, it wasn't because of anything he said. He didn't say anything. And so, well, after I asked him a question, he started talking. But I picked up on that. His energy affected me immediately. As soon as I walked up, it was something about this guy's energy, and he looked up or whatever, and I was like, his and so I asked him, and I was just really confused. I was like, what? Why is his energy like that? It's not something, no, something. So it's something odd here. It's something very odd going on right here. So, and the reason, and what I mean is his energy did not match that of some random homeless guy. That's what I mean. It was like, because, okay, and the reason why I say is because most 99, I would say 99% of the time, he was looking like a bum, right? And a guy who's living on the streets or something, he would have 99% of the time, and this is not a put down or nothing, this is just an observation because that's what happens to you when you're going through rough situations. I'm myself, you know what I'm saying? I'm myself going through. Everybody already know because I done did a million videos about it and I'm still in the same situation. Okay. So, 99% of the time you find somebody that's homeless like that, and then it's just, he was all scruffy or whatever. They're going to they have a certain energy about them most of the time where there's a strong sense of insecurity a lot of times, especially around other people. Or there's like air of either there's an air of anger or animosity or over like a over toxic masculinity. You'll find that a lot. Or there's an extreme side of compliancy or whatever, which all still falls under the umbrella of insecurity because that's where that comes from. The extreme masculinity where, the ones that have to be rude to everybody and they just, extreme, just mad and whatever. It's, from trauma. It could be from traumas and whatever. And a lot of times it's just from insecurity. And the other way too. When it's extreme compliancy, it's, we got to find that middle ground where you're kind and you can be loving or whatever your personality, I don't know, without, you don't necessarily, that doesn't mean you have to bow down to people. And also on the other side, it doesn't mean you don't have to be like extremely combative and everything just to stake your position in this world or to feel that you have a place in this world, whatever. But the life, sometimes life can, I mean, different experiences, whatever, make people behave different ways. But anyway, so now this guy, I don't know why y'all, it's, and I thought, I'm not kidding. It was a brief, as I said when I started this video, it was a very insignificant happening. It was nothing particular that happened. We didn't have a conversation or nothing like that. I just was very intrigued by the way energy works because something about this guy's energy was very dominant. I'll say that's what I'll say. He had a dominant energy, not what you find in just a random homeless guy somewhere, you know. And then so then he had so I'm checking him out, not like oh I want to holler at him, which I don't generally holler at guys anyway, because which I ain't nothing wrong with for the women who do. That's y'all's business. That's just my person. It's don't fit my natural flow. That's not natural for me. So it wasn't nothing like that. I just was thrown. I was curious. I was like, why is he? What is he doing? That's what I kept thinking. And so then he walked away from the bus stop for a little bit, and I'm just looking. He left his food and stuff sitting there, and I'm just looking like, where is he at? I felt like I should not leave his food. I just felt I felt that I needed to be compliant. That's the way that I felt. I don't know, y'all, but energy is really something else. I don't know if he knows that he has that type of energy. My instinct and my common sense, my experience in this world as a woman tells me that he does know that. But I don't know why he was trying to put forth whatever he was trying to do. I'm not kidding. What I see is that he was trying to appear more lowly than he actually was. But his energy was telling. His energy was telling on him because I was like, I'm not about to, I don't know, whatever you tell me to do, I'm going to do it because I just feel like I should. But so when he had left, like I said, he left his food and stuff. Then he came back. When he was sitting down, y'all, I happened to notice he had golds in his mouth, y'all, that are worth several hundred. So I thought to myself, I was like, what? I wasn't trying to stare. I didn't mean to. I'm not a person that just be staring at people. I don't be trying to anyway. But I was so intrigued by his energy. And it was such a puzzle. Yeah, it was like a puzzle. Like, wait a minute. I'm trying to figure this out. Like, what the hell? I was like, boy, what your energy is telling on you right now. What is going on? So, and that's it. That's all it was. It was nothing else about. I don't know why. Now, why his energy was that way to me, I don't know. Um, my instinct tells me that he's not how he was portraying himself. Except, why would he be portraying himself as some random homeless guy? Then that much I don't know. But then y'all know my situation is quite interesting. So, but he had a very, I mean, and it wasn't romantic, as I said. It was, I mean, it wasn't like I was trying to, like I was trying to flirt. I mean, if I would have had a chance to relax, I probably would have flirted. Maybe, I don't know. I'm very flirtatious, but that wasn't the initial thought. It was just curiosity mostly. And it was such a puzzle. I was so puzzled. And so I didn't even have a chance to think about that. And he was a nice looking guy though. He was handsome. His energy was very attractive, but still it was, I don't know. I don't know, y'all, but I think that we'll do good. And I wish I had took notice of that, earlier on in life, but I can't go back and change that now. I wish I had the understanding that I do now of how energy works and all of that, because yeah, it could have avoided a lot of things early in life, like as a teen or as a kid even. But so anyway, that was one thing. Then I was watching. Um, oh, and back to that before I move on from it, because it baffled me. It not baffled me. To me, it was clear. It's the weirdest thing. To me, it was clear. Like, this guy is not what he's portraying himself to be. But it wasn't like in a negative way, like he was trying to harm somebody. I didn't feel like he was trying to harm me, or I don't know. He didn't start the conversation. I'm the one who asked him. I needed a light. But I don't know why, I don't know why I picked that up. I don't know what that was about. Maybe, and then maybe he is, maybe because I do have a odd kind of gifting, I guess, or ability. So maybe he was some random homeless guy in actuality, and maybe he's going to be something great. I don't know. But my everything, all of my antennas and my internal system tells me that he's not what he's portraying because his energy does not match that at all. Like, at all, guys, at all. And it ain't got nothing to do with his behavior. His behavior, he was trying his best to act lowly. He was trying his best to act lowly. He had his head down and he was doing it. It didn't matter what he did. His energy was still screaming the same thing to me, you know. And so I was trying to understand, but I don't know. So energy is important. That's the whole moral of the story is energy is very important. Sometimes you wonder why somebody don't like you. On the flip side, like I immediately could have liked him and respected him unless he did something that made me not respect him. He had a respectability about him. I don't know, y'all. It was something very strong. It was something very strong in his spirit. There was something, I don't know how to describe it exactly. There was something distinct. There was a distinct aspect to his energy that you don't find in a random homeless man. That is not who he was. So yeah, and he didn't have to open his mouth. As soon as I walked up, it touched it was there. I walked into his energy, basically, you know. And many times I walk to somebody and you pick up all this stuff, all this mixy stuff, or with all these things. But this guy's energy did not have homeless in the mix. There was quite a bit, you know, there was a strong presence of stuff in his energy, but none of it was matching the homeless whole persona thing. None of that. There was none of that in there. There was no insecurity. There was no homelessness or brokenness or anything whatsoever, any of that. The way, I don't know. So then today I was watching a video, a show, a TV show of an animal show where they matching animals with families. And again, insignificant, but the man said something about the way that placing an animal with a family is really just about energy. And I thought about how he was like about two energies. He said two energies coming together and being able to meet in the middle. That's what he said. Talking about the animal and the owner, the new owner, or the new adopter, or whatever, the person that adopts the animal. And I was thinking how that's the same thing with relationships and whatnot. Even romantic or platonic relationships, energy is really important. If those two energies don't mesh well, then the relationship will not be as fulfilling as it would be when you are dealing with somebody who has a energy that you are able to mesh with. I wish y'all have no idea how bad I wish I had known that, because I have made decisions in relationships and stuff in the past based on all the wrong stuff. Like, I'll look at, of course, you'd be attracted to whoever you find attractive or whatever. And, sometimes it could be a person's personality. I could think they're funny or I can enjoy conversation with them or whatever. But I think the energy is more important, because sometimes a person can not be a bad person or anything like that. Oftentimes you cannot match with somebody, or it could not be a good mix for a relationship. And it may not even be for no exact negative reason, like this person is an abuser or this person is a liar or a cheater. It's not always something bad like that. Sometimes it's just that this energy does not mesh with mine. This is not my counterpart, you know? And so I really wish I had understood energy now more. You know what I'm saying? I did come to learn a little better. I had so much to work through though within myself. I had to clear some stuff, So, which I'm happy about that. I'm tired of explaining that, to, even though nobody's asked me to, I do it because I be feeling like I have to. But I think I'm moving into where I don't feel that as strongly anymore. Like, I don't think I necessarily need to explain. Anybody who needs me to explain my life journey is out of their fucking mind. First of all, okay, that's a little too intimate of conversation, unless it's like with somebody that I'm trying to spend my whole life with or something. Um, But I did start to understand energy better. And as I was thinking about that, though, I was like, sometimes it's just, I'm going to tell y'all, I'm single. I want, as my shirt says, I want, I want my energy match. That's what I want because you have the best. If I'm trying to tell you something very interesting and very powerful and very rare and unique can happen when have your energy match. I don't just want somebody who matches my personality, which is hard to match my personality anyway, because I got a big one. But usually I mesh with somebody who's a little bit more reserved and disciplined because they can mellow, balance me out. And then I usually bring out, whatever. I'm the, I don't know what you call me, the drawer, the catalyst or something. But I want my energy match. That's what I want. I don't care what they have uh, you know, although I feel that my energy match would be somebody who has money or they would have the ability to acquire a great amount of money. And I'm not saying that trying to be funny. Somebody who don't understand would be like, "Oh, they people be so full of themselves," and I'm not full of myself at all, like at all. I don't, Lord Jesus, no, not at all. But I just see clear some things about myself and about who I am and how I move and how I feel and stuff like that. And it's hard to explain it. Like I don't know. I don't even exactly know how to fully explain. I just know that I want my energy match. That's what I want. I want somebody who I can match energies with. Because I have a strong personality, but I'm submissive in relationships. So you got to have somebody who's able to handle that and not be intimidated and know your energy match is about the only person, for me, my energy match is about the only person who's going to know how to deal with me. Um, you know, who and not it's probably and not necessarily even be an intellectual knowing as if they can sit there and calculate and say, okay, I need to do this and that. No, not necessarily. Maybe they could do say that, but not necessarily. Sometimes just their way just happens to match my need, and my way can, we can mesh. We can just mesh sometimes. That's what I want. That's what I want. And it's not something that you can just look for. Like, okay, where's my energy match? It don't work like that either. You just move through life naturally. That's, for me, this is what it has to be. I need to be living freely, naturally as a woman. I'm a good woman. I don't care what these people or anybody, I don't care what nobody feel about me or anything like that. That is not going to change. And it's not going to change my idea and my understanding of myself. So what needs to happen for me is I need to be moving naturally and I need to be around people who also have a certain level of sincerity and ingenuity. When I am in my natural state, I form the better relationships or I have the better connection, make the better connections with people than I do when I'm, looking for something in particular or when I'm doing the most or something. It's always the best thing. I think the best thing that ever happened to me, the best guy that I ever been with, the best, and when I say the best guy, I don't mean as if to put down anybody else, because that's not what it's about. But I mean the person that I meshed with the best, that I matched and paired with better. When I met him, I was not doing a lot trying to make myself seem anything, I was in my natural state. And mainly because I wasn't looking for anything and I didn't expect anything. And so I didn't know, I was just myself and he was too. And so our energies just happened to be energy that complements each other well, kind of like macaroni and cheese, peanut butter and jelly or something. It's like, oh, that's good. Hold on a second. This works very well. You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily be trying. And so, and I also realized too that you don't have just one energy match. Like there, in my, that's my belief, according to my belief. I know some people believe in your soulmate. I don't think so. I think that there's different energy compositions, and I believe that there's more than one person. In fact, I know for a fact that there's more than one person in this world whose energy meshes well with mine because I've encountered more than one man that matches my energy well. So I think about sometimes how devastated I was. I still care about him though, about my friend and the situation he's in and stuff. And how I felt for a while, like, oh my God, I ain't never gonna find the right person. This was it right here. And like, girl, there's plenty of matches. There's a lot. It don't seem like it when I look around because most people that I see around me don't like it's just not, you know. But that's because of my situation. Like I can't even move like a normal person. They need to diminish me so bad. And they can't. That's the thing. They can't change my makeup. I mean, they people we can allow someone to alter the composition of our energy and our spirit. We can allow it, but I ain't allowing it. So in that case, they can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not I'm just not cooperating in that way. I'm not about to let them tear me down or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I feel a very strong sense of hurt over the actions of certain people that I cared about and stuff like that. But um I can't stop being who I am. I'm not willing to because I like it too much. I love me. That's something I realized too that I really love who I am. I really do. And I'm not willing to let go of myself. I'll let go of anybody who want to go. Shit, I can't help that. But I'm not letting go of myself. So that's that. So now the other thing is that it's getting close to Christmas, as I said in the beginning of the video. And guess what? I'm still in this damn situation. And I'm not even a big Christmas celebrator. Okay, I do be celebrating Christmas, y'all. Yes, I do. But but not because I believe in Jesus Christ's birthday and all that bullshit. It's because the energy, see, I be paying attention. The energy of this season is so spectacular. People are more giving, people are more loving. It's a joyous time. I love that. I absolutely love it. Then it's the winter where people are in need. There's a lot more need during this time of year. It's too cold. You got people that's homeless and stuff like that, and you got all this stuff going. Some people in their homes are freezing to death because they don't have proper heating and whatnot, and proper food, and people, you know. So there's work that need to be done out here. Shoot. And then you got a lot of depression and emotional stuff. Even statistics show it. Statistics show the how depression and stuff is higher around this time of year. The percentage of people calling into the suicide hotline and stuff is higher during the Christmas season, during the holiday season and stuff. So it's like there's positive stuff we need to be doing. We can't fix everything. Not one person can fix everything, but we all can continue to give a little of ourselves, what we are able to give, and we can raise the vibration, you know? And I'm stuck here, not because I can't move on. I can move on. It's because that the hate that these people have for me is stronger than their ability to move on with their lives. I don't have that kind of hate for anybody. I can move on. You know, I was looking at another show with Lucy and I was looking at Lucy, matter of fact, Lucy and what's Ethel? And they was arguing over Christmas stuff. They was trying to do Christmas together and they kept arguing over the traditions. They both had different traditions from their families. And so one want to do it this way, one want to do this, everything. They kept coming to our argument about everything. Food, the Christmas tree, the decorations, everything. And so I thought about some little traditions that we had with my family or whatever. And I don't have a family anymore. But guess what? I can start some new traditions or I can keep some of the old ones that I've been had because I'm still me, right? And I still have my heart of flesh and all of that and stuff. So that's what's on my mind. My video's about to stop. I finally got this phone to work. I love everybody who loves me and those who don't even know me, I love y'all too. And I just want to go I just want to go and live. That's all. And I hope y'all doing that. I gotta go though, because it's gonna end.